Hi guys again! Welcome back to story time, and welcome if you're new, and welcome again if you're old subscriber. And see that canvas over there? It's a work in progress. I changed my mind of what I was gonna paint, and so I'm waiting for it to. Well, it's dry already, but I might change it again. I just don't know what to draw on there or paint. But anywho, I decided to try to finish the book because my husband is gonna be off this Monday and Tuesday, and we're gonna take Maggie to the vet because she needs a rabies shot. She's not very happy about it. and it cleared up. The flare up cleared up a lot. So, I wanted to say something. I forgot. I forgot. Oh my gosh. Anywho, let's read the book. Ivy and Bean take care of the babysitter. They're so cute. So, I didn't bring my water, but I got a cat and a dog. His allergies are awful. Anyhow, let's read. Look, I'm telling secrets already. Oh, the door in the ceiling. Where is she going? Minnie. Oh, she's back there. There's so many places that like she can go under. I have like bookcases and stuff and full of stuff, and I don't want her to get trapped down there. So let's start reading because then I'll start yapping. It's already 2 minutes and I'm just yap. So let's see if we can finish. The door in the ceiling. There was no reason Bean told herself why Nancy should have a good day while she had a bad one. She had been waiting her whole entire life to see the attic. And besides, she whispered to Ivy as she tiptoed down the hall, if there's nothing up there, how can it be dangerous? Oh. We have an attic, but it's very small. So I wish I had like a big attic that I could make. Like I always wanted to have like a painting studio in the house, but the house too small, and I can't do like a second floor because that would be too expensive, and Mama ain't got no money, or Grandma. Like exactly, whispered Ivy. Where are the stairs? There aren't any stairs, said Bean. She opened the hall closet. We go this way. How do they go in the attic? She closed the door behind them and pointed at the ceiling. See? Ivy looked up the shelves of sheets and towels to a square wooden door set in the closet ceiling. Oh my goodness. My mom says it's not an attic, Bean said. She calls it a crawl space. Oh my gosh. How is she gonna go into there? Crawl space, said Ivy. Sounds like something crawling around up there. Like a monster with slimy arms that drip down to the floor. Bean didn't like the sound of that. My mom says there's nothing up there. Well, of course you'll say that, Ivy said. Parents never want you to know anything. This looks dangerous. Look how it looks really high up. Look, they look little. How's he gonna get up there just climbing on top of the towels and stuff? Oh gosh. Oh, they are. Look, they're climbing, stepping on towels and holding on to shelves. What is that stuff come down on them? Oh geez, let's see what happens. Hang on right there. Hang on to somebody. It's my house, Bean said. I should know what's in it. She looked up to the door in the ceiling. Maybe there's another kid up there. Or some old doll, said Ivy. Bean wiggled with excitement. There could be anything. Let's get going. She put her foot on the first shelf. It wasn't as sturdy as she expected. It bent in the middle. She gripped the shelf above that one that held a lot of washcloth and pulled herself up. Oh my goodness. It was harder to hang on to the shelf than a tree branch. Get down. Shelves were too smooth. She climbed on one shelf higher. Hello, wrapping paper. She tried not to step on the fancy white tablecloth, but she did just a little. Another shelf. Ugly green towels she had never seen before. Bean looked up. The wooden square was getting closer. She looked down. The floor was far away. Ivy waved. You're doing great. Look how I don't know if you can see, it buckled in the middle when she's stepping on. Oh my gosh. That is dangerous. The crazy adventurous girls. Aren't you coming? Asked Bean. Oh, sure. Ivy stepped onto the bottom shelf. Gosh, it bends. She took a deep breath, caught a hold of a washcloth shelf, and pulled herself up. You guys have a lot of towels. Oh, Bean grunted. She was concentrating. She climbed past a bowl of fake fruit and bumped her head on the ceiling. Ow! Holding onto the shelf as tight as she could. She looked up. The door to the attic wasn't really a door. It was a square. But that's what we got. It's a square. And we don't ever have like ladders that come down. You gotta put something in. Pull yourself up there. I don't like going up there. But if there's spiders in there, I don't want to go. Anywho. Now I lost it. Okay. The door to the attic, wasn't really a door. It was It was a square of wood in a frame. It didn't have a handle or hinges or anything. Bean leaned out, trying to look down and push against the wood square with her hand. Nothing happened. What's going on up there? Said Ivy. Can't get it open, Bean puffed. Scooch over. Now Ivy was leaning out too. We'll push at the same time. 1, 2, they said together. 3. They bashed the wooden square as hard as they could. Look. Oh my gosh. You know what that is, right? I bet it's insulation from the house. Hey, Minnie. Hi, baby girl. Oh, you're so cute. No, don't bite that, baby girl. Come here, Mommy. Mommy's doing a story, okay? You be a good kitty. I thought you were going to go night-night. No? No night-night? Oh, my goodness. I have this cable for the light. She's looking at it like, I want to play with that. You know what they did? I had to pause. Charlie's inside now, which I am so glad that she's inside. But she broke all my curtains. She destroyed my curtains. She was playing, hanging on to the curtains like this, and her nails were long. I almost cried, but I didn't cry. I said, forget it. I'm just done. They can have fun, and who cares? It's like, if somebody comes over and doesn't like it, then I'm not changing. But I caught her and I was like, Charlie, what are you doing? And she got scared and she was like, I don't know. Just hanging out. Anyway, the door leaped upward and thumped down somewhere in the darkness above them. From the open hole, black lumpy dirt rained down on Bean and Ivy and all the towels and sheets in the closet. Oh no. Bean began to cough. What is this stuff? Ivy was trying to blink the dirt out of her eyes. Oh my gosh. Your parents probably put it there to stop us. Like they use poisonous snakes to guard treasures. Dirt won't stop us, Bean said. We like dirt. Nothing will stop us, said Ivy. Bean reached out and grabbed the edge of the opening. My mouth is dry because of my medicine, but sorry. I forgot my water. Can you go get it for me? I'll wait here. You can't do it? Okay. That's alright. Oh. Bean reached out and grabbed the edge of the opening. A pile of dirt fell on her face. She ignored it. With her feet, she pushed herself up until her top half was inside the attic. There was a silence. Well, said Ivy, I think we're the first people who have ever been in here, said Bean. Really? What does it look like? Bean's voice echoed from above. Well, it's empty. There's a lot of boards poking up sideways from the floor. It's not very tall. There are little windows on each side. It's kind of mysterious. It's what? Asked Ivy. There was a pause. It's our own private little house. Hang on, Ivy called. Here I come. Oh my gosh. I hope they don't fall inside through the roof, like the ceiling, not the roof. What am I thinking? Uh-oh. Yeah, that's a chapter called Uh-oh. They'll never figure it out. Not in a million years, Bean was saying. We'll just disappear. And then, ta-da! We'll come back a few hours later, and they'll have no idea where we've been. She put the door back into its hole and turned to Ivy. It'll be our secret fort. Oh my gosh, but they're gonna have to wash all those towels. I would be mad. Oh, look at them. They made a little house for them. They're drinking something like hot cocoa. What is this monkey? She has a real monkey, or is that a stuffed toy? I think they're thinking about it. Ivy was moving into the shadows. We'll fix it up so it's all comfy and cozy, with silk curtains, a rug, and poofy pillows. Being walked carefully across the boards. Right over here, we could put a little stove. No! So we could make hot chocolate, Bean said. We could have a cat, too. And maybe one of those tiny monkeys. Oh, this is a cat. I thought it was a pillow. It's a cat. Do you see it? Oh, my gosh. I thought it was a little pillow. Oh. We could get beds and have secret sleepovers. Ivy went on. Her mother didn't let her have sleepovers yet. I could sneak out of the house and come over here. And I'll tie a string to my toe and dangle the string out the window. You pull on the string to wake me up. Oh my gosh. And I'll let you in and we'll come up here. Oh, I know. Instead of beds, we could put up hammocks like a ship. Bean hugged herself. It was such a great idea. They'll never know. Woo! They were having so much fun. They will say, where have you been? And we'll say, us? We've been right here. It won't be a lie. And when we grow up and they think we're in college, we'll live here. Great, said Ivy. Oh, we'll go out at night to gather food. We'll cut a hole in the wall and go out the roof, said Bean. After the attic, they think I want Moses to go on to the roof. Ivy got up and knocked on the wall. She could hear outside sounds through the wood. We could make a balcony, she said. Our own secret balcony, our own secret house. He's going to make Nancy wacko. Bean giggled. She's going to explode from jealousy when she finds out. But you aren't going to tell her, right? Oh, right. Maybe when we're really old. Ivy put her hands on her hips. The first thing we need is silk curtains, she said. I don't think we have any silk curtains, Bean said. But how about some sheets? We've got plenty of extra sheets. Sure, for now. We'll use sheets, Ivy agreed. Okay, they're in the closet. I'll get them. These pages are really thick. Okay. Bean jumped up and moved away through the shadows. Ivy thought about rugs and puffy pillows. A lamp would be nice too. Ivy, yeah, we have a problem. What kind of problem? Asked Ivy. Look, she's thinking about this kind of lamps. Oh my gosh. I hope the parents come back soon before they I don't know what's gonna happen. Look, what is going on? Let's read and see what that is. There's no handle on this door. I know, said Ivy. You just push it. Not from this side, said Bean. Only from the outside. Oh, Bean had to put the door back into the hole. Can you pull it? Ivy asked. There's nothing to pull. Ivy stepped carefully across the floorboards and squatted next to Bean. Bean was trying to dig her fingernails around the edge of the door so she could lift it up. But that didn't work because she always chewed her fingernail right down to the skin. Oh my Lord. Even though Ivy didn't chew her nails, they were still too short to lift the door. And sometimes they're heavy. Ours is heavy. And then, you get all that stuff coming down, the insulation. Hey, leave her alone. She's asleep, Minnie. Maggie's asleep. And she's just smelling her. Hi. Hello. Okay. And now I lost it. Okay. Bean kicked it, but that didn't do anything. Ivy looked for a stick to pry it up with, but there weren't any sticks. There was no way to open the door. Oh no. I think they're really scared now. Look at their eyes. They're looking at each other with hands and knees up. Bean looked up at the little window things. It was late. Pretty soon the attic would be completely dark. Nobody knew where they were. They would never figure it out. Not in a million years. She looked around at the empty space with its bare floorboards. It didn't look like a fort anymore. It looked like an attic or maybe a jail. She poked Ivy's arm. At least you're here too. Ivy and Bean sat down side by side and began to wait. Oh no. A world of trouble. Oh my gosh, look. I think they're getting hungry. They're thinking about food, but there's only a spider on a plate. We're going to starve, said Bean. I guess we could eat spiders, said Ivy. Birds do it. Bean shivered. She didn't want to eat spiders. Hold those hairy legs. They were quiet. Oh my gosh. Now that she had started, Bean couldn't stop thinking about spiders. Ivy? Yeah? Did you ever worry that there's a giant spider who's the grandma of all the spiders you've ever squashed and that she's going to come and get you in the middle of the night? I worry that there's a big potato bug inside my bed, said Ivy. Not spiders so much. I mean, potato. Bean squinted into the shadows. There were probably spiders crawling all over the attic. Spiders she couldn't see. Something brushed against her leg and Bean jumped to her feet. This is an emergency, said Bean. This called for action. Okay, agreed Ivy. What action? Bean gulped. I think we need to scream for help. She's imagining all the spiders around her in the darkness. Oh my gosh. Okay. Help from who? Asked Ivy. Well, said Big Nancy. She is the babysitter, said Ivy. She's supposed to take care of you, right? Said Bean. She's getting paid to take care of me. Okay, said Ivy. Let's yell for her. 1, 2, said Bean. 3, they said together, and they screamed, Nancy! I hope she can follow the voice to where they are. Oh my goodness. And maybe I should get some water, but if I don't know how to pause this. Oh gosh, I'll keep on reading. They had to scream for 1,000,000 years. That's what it felt like anyway. Finally, they heard Nancy, and Nancy was yelling too. Bean, where are you? What's happened? Are you all right? They could hear doors slamming and Nancy's feet running. Are you okay? Are you in the bathroom? Once Bean knew that she was going to be rescued, she stopped feeling spiders on her legs. After a minute, it was even kind of fun to hear Nancy freaking out. Bean felt cheerful again. I got an idea. She said, let's scream, but no words this time, just a scream. She's gonna have a heart attack, Ivy said. Ah! They screeched. Oh no, Nancy shrieked. Bean took a deep breath and screeched, we're stuck in the attic! Help! Bean, where are you? Nancy opened the closet door. We're up here, help! You're up there, said Nancy in a surprised voice. How'd you get up there? Suddenly she didn't sound very worried. Help us, we're starving. Bugs are eating us, hollered Bean. Is that Ivy too? Nancy asked. What's she doing here? Nancy was beginning to sound more grumpy than scared. Ivy and Bean looked at each other. Help! They hauled. Okay, I'm getting the ladder, grumpy Nancy. Hang on. She patted away and came back a minute later. Sheesh! This thing is heavy. Quick, moaned Bean. We're dying. She wanted Nancy to be leaping up the ladder. Something crashed into something else below them. Ouch, said Nancy. Then she said a bad word. Ooh! Ivy and Bean giggled. Clunk, clunk. Nancy climbed up the ladder. Whack! The door in front of them popped open, and then Nancy poked her head into the crawl space. Whoa, said Nancy, looking around. I've never been up here. Is there anything good in here? Bean nudged Ivy. Nothing, she said. Not a ding-dong thing. Look at she's going up the ladder with makeup. It reminds she's got makeup on. You wouldn't like it, said Ivy. Nancy's eyes scanned the darkness and then zipped back to Bean and Ivy. You're not allowed to go in the crawl space, Bean. You know it. Uh-oh, thought Bean. She had hoped Nancy would be so glad to see them that she would forget about that. She tried to look sad. I was scared, she said. Oh, what allergy. Sorry. In a quivery voice. That's our own fault, Bozo, said Nancy firmly. Get down from there. Nancy climbed down the ladder into the closet. Ivy edged out of the hole and followed her. Bean rolled over onto her stomach, pulled the door toward her, and set it in its frame, and she backed down the rungs of the ladder. Look at that. I'll put this in the middle. I hope you can see it. There she comes. There's Bean and Ivy and Nancy. And I can't imagine. It's all dirty in the closet. Oh. Then Nancy noticed the sheets and towels. What's all this black stuff on the towels? Bean, did all this stuff fall out of the crawl space? I don't see any black stuff, said Bean, stalling. Bean, look, it's everywhere, snapped Nancy. Yikes, said Bean. There was an awful lot of dirt, more than she remembered. Maybe it was like that before, suggested Ivy. It was not like that before. Nancy said. She turned to Ivy. I don't even know what you're doing here, Ivy. She whirled around to glare at Bean. You're going to be in a world of trouble when Mom gets home. A world of trouble? Bean opened her mouth, but nothing came out. Then Ivy said in a quiet voice, My babysitters play with me. That's it, thought Bean. Maybe she hadn't been exactly good, but that was because Nancy had been a bad babysitter. Leona always knows where I am, she remarked, because she's always with me. Nancy stopped glaring and stared, looking guilty. Leona doesn't sit in the bathroom putting on makeup all afternoon, Bean pointed out. She earns her money drawing horses for me. Nancy made a throat-clearing sound. She brushed some of the dirt from a towel, and then she gave Bean her big, peppy smile. You know what? She said. I bet I could just vacuum all this dirt off the sheets and towels. I bet it would come right off. Bean smiled back at her. I'll go get the vacuum if you want. Okay, you go get the vacuum while I put the ladder away. Oh my gosh. I would hate to lay on those sheets full of... What? Sometimes that itches in your body. Oh, jeez. One is silver and the other is gold. Okay. There she goes with the vacuum cleaner. And they're playing. Ivy and Bean were playing in the living room when Nancy finally finished vacuuming. They were playing doll babysitters. Bean's doll was the kid. She had crawled out of the roof and was dancing on the chimney. Ivy's doll was the babysitter. She was having a fit. Oh, jeez. Do I have time to finish? Come down before you fall, wailed Ivy's doll. Maybe I will, maybe I won't, said Bean's doll. Suddenly there was an earthquake. The house was a tall stack of books. Bill's doll, Bill. Well, there's no Bill in this story. Bean's doll fell quite a ways. Oh no, my legs are broken, shouted Bean's doll. Look at all this mess. Oh, that's so cool. They're playing. Luckily, I'm a doctor. Ivy's doll jumped up. Let's put band-aids on them. Too late. The volcano next door is erupting. Here comes the lava. It lifts up the house and carries it for miles. Ivy picked up the attic book and threw it across the room. The babysitter is buried in rubble. Nancy walked into the living room looking crabby. What a mess. You two just pick up all those books yourselves. I'm tired of cleaning up after you. But we're playing, said Bean. Well, stop playing and pick up those books, snapped Nancy. I want this place looking perfect when Mom and Dad come home. She glanced at the clock, which is going to be soon. That's not fair, Bean started yelling. We're having fun. And suddenly she stopped. Nancy looked weird. Her eyelids were silver and her eyelashes were blue. She had forgotten to wash the makeup off. Oh, she's gonna get in trouble. I wish this was in color. It would be better. Have you looked in the mirror lately, asked Bean. You're colorful, said Ivy. Nancy ran down the hall to the bathroom. She banged the door shut. Bean heard the water running. I guess we don't have to pick up now, said Ivy. She'll still make us do it in a few minutes, sighed Bean. My babysitter's clean up for me, said Ivy. So does Leona, but Nancy's not a real babysitter. Oh my goodness. She tossed her doll onto the floor. Playing was no fun once you knew you had to clean up. She missed Leona. What if Nancy was going to be her babysitter forever? Her parents would like it, and Nancy would like it too because of the money. Huh? Bean couldn't let that happen. I have an idea, said Bean. Come on. She got up and walked down the hall, and Ivy followed. Bean leaned close to the bathroom door and said loudly, If it weren't for me, you'd be in big trouble. Nancy opened the door. Her face was wet and blotchy. What? It's pretty lucky for you that Mom didn't come in and see that silver stuff being said. Nancy stared at her for a moment. Okay, thanks, she said. Bean leaned against the doorway. It's almost like I'm the babysitter, she said. You're not, said Nancy. I'm the babysitter. Then I'm keeping you out of trouble like a babysitter, explained Bean. Nancy opened her mouth, but she didn't say anything. That's pretty nice of me, I think. And when we were in the attic, you didn't even know it because you were down here, said Bean. Anything could have happened to us, Ivy nodded. Well, she's just scolding her. But you're fine, argued Nancy. But I had to take care of myself, Bean said. Oh my gosh. Oh. I bet you she's gonna ask her for the money too. Huh. Any water? Water. What do you want, Bean? Asked Nancy with narrow eyes. Money, said Bean. I guessed it right. Since I was a babysitter, I should get some of your money. What? Yelled Nancy. Why should I give you money? I had to do all that vacuuming. But if you had been paying attention, we wouldn't have been in the attic and you wouldn't have to vacuum. Bean said, I think you should give me $5. Well, that's fair. She's gonna get 20. No way! Bean shook her head. Mom's going to be mad about that makeup. Nancy looked like she wanted to slam the door, but she didn't. I'll give you $1, she said finally. 5, said Bean. 2, said Nancy. 4, said Bean. Deal, said Nancy. You promise not to tell? And you too, Ivy? We promise, said Bean. Right, Ivy? Right, agreed Ivy. Nancy looked at the two girls for a moment. From now on, I'm only babysitting kids who can't talk, she said and slammed the bathroom door shut. Ivy and Bean walked back down to the hall. That's $2 for each of us, said Bean. I think I'll buy a doll baby. Me too, said Ivy. We can have twins. Oh my goodness, these dolls are ugly. They got any clothes, just a diaper. Just desserts. Oh no. Just desserts. A tornado had just hit doll land when Bean's mom opened the front door. Hi, sweetie, said her mother. How did it go? Where's Nancy? Hi, Ivy. Hi, said Bean. It was fine. I don't know where Nancy is. Hi, said Ivy. She made a sound like a siren. Here comes the firefighters. Oh my goodness. There you are, said Bean's mom as Nancy came into the living room. How was it, honey? Nancy took a deep breath. Bean looked up at her. I think I'm too young to babysit, Mom, Nancy said. Bean's mom looked worried. Why, sweetie? She turned to Bean. Bean, did you misbehave? Me? Bean said with wide eyes. I was perfect. When do you want to babysit again, honey? Said Bean's mom. She turned to Nancy and brushed her hair out of her face. I just don't like it, Nancy said. I was nervous the whole time. Nervous? What were you nervous about? Asked Bean's mom. Bean wrapped her fingers around her own neck and dangled her tongue out of her mouth. Nancy saw her. I was just nervous. I think I'll wait until I'm older before I babysit again. Too bad, said Ivy. I thought you were a great babysitter. Wow! Look at her just talking away. I was hoping you could babysit for me one day. No, said Nancy. Nancy, said Bean's mom, I think Ivy's been very nice. You don't have to babysit if you don't want to, but you may not be rude. Nancy clenched her fists into balls and looked at the ceiling. I am being driven out of my mind. Maybe you need to take some time in your room then, said Bean's mom sternly. Fine. Nancy's thumb up down the hall. Oh my goodness. And they're saints. Look at them. And Nancy's so mad. Oh my gosh. Bean's mom looked after her for a moment and then turned to Ivy and Bean. Did something happen while we were gone? Happen? Said Bean. Nothing happened. Not a thing, said Ivy. The two girls finished playing. They laid on the floor, relaxing among the books and dolls. You know, said Ivy, I wish Nancy would babysit me. Yuck, said Bean. Why? I could use $2 more, said Ivy. I want to buy some dirt so I can make my own volcano like Sophie W. Oh, that's better than a doll baby, said Bean. Let's use our money for dirt. We should be able to buy a lot of dirt for $4, said Ivy. I wanted to go all the way to the porch so I can jump in the crater. Cool, said Bean. Tomorrow's Sunday. We have a whole day to make a volcano. Ivy looked at the ceiling. I wish we could make a tornado too. Yeah, that would be fun. Bean thought for a moment. You know, she said, my dad has a leaf blower. Oh my gosh. Oh boy. Ivy giggled happily. We can blow your playhouse over. Bean's mom came into the living room. I just called your mom, Ivy. She says you can stay for dinner if you want. Yes, yelled Ivy and Bean at the same time. Bean's mom smiled. Smart move. We're having cream puffs for dessert. Ooh, we are? Asked Bean. She loved how the cream came shooting out of both sides of her face when she took a bite. How come? Oh, to celebrate Nancy's first time as a babysitter, said her mother. And to celebrate how good Ivy and I were at it being right. Oh, they were terrific. Oh, right, that too, said Bean's mom. She left the room. Bean leaned close to Ivy and whispered, can you believe how great this day turned out? As there were still lots of hours left, said Ivy. The end. And they're having cocoa and cream puffs, whatever that is. Oh my goodness, I hope you enjoyed that. That was so much fun. They are funny. I gotta go, drink some water. And this one is long. I'm sorry it took so long, but I wanted to finish because I didn't want a long time to pass before you get to hear the whole story. All right? So be good and stay safe. Do what you need to do to entertain yourself. Draw, paint, got some magazines and decoupage and all that kind of stuff. Okay? I'll see you on the next story. The other book, which is going to be book, what? Number 5. All right. Bye, guys.